Boom. There we go.
There we go.
Greetings, readers and travelers. I'm not doing the normal intro because this isn't an actual Chat and Stats episode. This is just us having a good time tonight.
That's right.
Because that's what we do. We'll give it a few seconds before people come in, so people can come in.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Since I got this new chair, I haven't really figured out the measurement I want to be at for when I'm sitting at the desk. So this is always.
I feel like I'm like low tonight, but I don't know. I'll probably be futzing with stuff.
Yeah, we'll just I like to fuck with it just to see where we're at. So Lance is here. Hi, Lance.
Hey, Lance.
Hello, friend. I'm missing you around since Lit RPG Con. Hope you were doing well.
Yeah. Missed you at Dragon Con. Next year, man.
Next year.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Dragon Con was a lot of fun this year, though.
Yeah, it was. It was surprising,
it was
honestly. It was surprising because there wasn't as much Lit RPG content.
Right.
You know, there wasn't as many panels and stuff, but
hey, what's up, BJ?
Which people were there. Thanks, Lance. Have fun kicking butt and taking names.
Yeah, it was a good time. Oh, well, we know who that person is.
It's the only way they can hang out with me is
what are you doing, Solar? Come here. You want to come steal the show tonight?
Yeah, my cat's just cracked open the door. yeah. It's the only time you get to hang out with me, Jen, is on the lives. Not true, but you know. Seems like lately if being at Dragon Con. Hey Doug, good to see you.
Oh, Doug's in. Hi, Doug.
We got Cat online. Yeah. Hey.
Hi, BJ.
Hopping on.
Hello.
Welcome. Hey, Stacy.
What's up, Stacy? We'll give it a few more minutes before we officially go.
Mm-hmm.
There you are. Ha ha ha.
There we go.
Hi, pretty girl. Yeah, go up there. Be your parrot. Come on.
Yeah, that tail says I'm not gonna be your parrot. I'm gonna chomp.
Ellie. Yeah, she's about to jump on the bed. Nope, just on the floor.
It does kind of feel like we're at the Westin, right?
Yeah.
Doug? Yep. So for those of you who don't know, so at Lit RPG Con we had LobbyCon, right? Where after the panels, just generally hanging out, the lobby was always full of people. Dragon Con is obviously a lot bigger, but 100 times bigger than Lit RPG Con.
Oh, massive. But still, fun time, just overwhelming.
Yeah. But the authors, general authors, and the Lit RPG authors all kind of hang out at the bar at the Westin, despite the very expensive drinks.
I mean, our meal, like just for you and I to get the 2 burgers on the final night was like $50-something.
Yeah.
Holy
got really
shit.
Yeah. And the bar is just like completely overwhelmed. So at some point they just went to like canned beer and stuff to help with the flux of people. So
I got this cup from Ellie. So it's the Bad Llama one, but also on the other side it's the Cusco poison. Right, the poison for Cusco.
Dun dun dun.
So I'm poisoning myself tonight. Yeah, 75,000 people versus 1,200.
Yeah, I mean, I heard it was even more than that, but I don't know. So I went to So Richie, you've been to Dragon Con a couple times. I went last year.
My 3rd year.
Okay, and it seemed maybe a little bit smaller. They kept saying it was going to be bigger. It was going to be bigger, and it just didn't seem quite as big as it was the year before. But I don't know.
This year, so I was only there for 2 days. I originally wasn't going to go, and Ginger and the Foxes were so gracious enough to get me a plane ticket because they're like, hey, you helped us get to Lit RPG Con. We want to return the favor. And I was like, okay. All right. So
kudos to them. Thanks for that.
They are wonderful, wonderful human beings, and I love them dearly. And I can't wait to see them at, I think they said they were going to come to Jordan Con next year. So it's going to be a good time.
Yeah, so we were just talking about that, Doug. It did seem like there was less lit RPG specific content this year at Dragon Con. But I must say, I mean, a lot of the author panels and stuff were helpful, whether you were a lit RPG author or not. And there was
Yeah.
quite a few lit RPG authors at the con. So, I mean, obviously Doug and I were there, but I mean, you had Matt, you had Jez, you had Rose and KT, and Raven's Dagger was there.
Raven's Dagger's mom was there, which she is a
Yes. I had
trip.
to hold back the your mom jokes because she was sitting right next to us half the time, right? But there's a lot of lit RPG authors there. I know I'm missing a slew of them.
So Jez, KT,
Hunter,
Hunter Mythos, Grayson Sinclair was there. That fucking Matt Dinneman guy that no one
Shady,
gives a
and
shit about. Let's see. Haley. JD Blackrose, was that her?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
She was there. One of my other now adopted moms, apparently. Daddy Rimmel. Yep. So, Steve
and
Rowland,
like Nikolai and Dakota and
Dakota
crew.
Yeah, there was a lot of people there. There was the Bane ladies, the Pharaoh. Yep, Casey Azell.
A lot of Atheon was there, and
that James
Shadow
Hunter
Alley.
guy. Yeah, fucking James Hunter. Like it was a pretty stacked cast. I mean, they had a they had a good presence with the panels, and of course Shadow Alley in the Athon booth. Jam Clark was there.
Yep.
So like it was really good. And it does feel, going from Dragon or Lit RPG Con to Dragon Con, where you have the con solely focused on Lit RPG versus to the more widespread and everything, it didn't feel the same this year. I mean, we still had a really good like presence, but it didn't have that same feel as Lit RPG Con did, which now I'm afraid all cons are ruined for me because I had such an amazing time at Lit RPG Con that I don't want to go back to a normal con.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, definitely a tone difference. Like if you are just a Lit RPG reader, Lit RPG Con.
Oh yeah, Joe Dan. Forgot about Joe Dan.
But overall, sci-fi fantasy. I mean, there's other big names. I went to a panel with Jim Butcher on it. There's like
Tommy.
a couple of Star Wars guys that were just walking around. Yeah, how could we forget Tommy and Nixia? And
I mean, we can't forget Tommy. We can forget that other guy, that Kraus.
Well, Kraus didn't come, so
John, I think is his name, John Kraus. Yeah, we can forget about him.
Mm-hmm.
We love you, Jay. Congratulations on the 1,000,000 words.
Yeah, congratulations, Jay. That's a milestone. Inspiring.
So,
yeah. But yeah, so I mean, I think somebody who was it broken. Let's see.
Stacy.
Yeah, Stacy's question, right? So Stacy's like, did you pick new readers up? So that was kind of the beauty of it, and a big difference is that at Dragon Con there was a ton of people that didn't know what Lit RPG was, but could potentially be great fans for Lit RPG authors. There was also a lot of like Lit RPG readers that really had just read DCC, so they showed up to the raid party, and that was their only experience of Lit RPG. And so it was like a whole, we talk about how Matt's opening up the readership for us. There's definitely a moment
of just portraying a certain individual. I mean, it's like, what? Who's that? No, fucking Matt Dinneman.
Yeah. So speaking of Matt Dinneman, so they had a DCC photo shoot. I heard the number was 700 people showed up.
It was massive. I saw pictures that he had posted, and it was fucking huge.
Mm-hmm.
And yep, Kyle, that's kind of what we were just talking about, is that like because the photo shoot happened on Friday. I didn't get there till Saturday, so I missed it, or else I would have gotten some footage of it. But it was packed.
Yeah.
And Jeff posted a video today of just like the amount of people there, and holy shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was impressive. I think Kat was at the photo shoot, so Kat, put your thoughts in the chat. But it was crazy. So last year I actually cosplayed as Carl, and I think there was maybe 10 of us And this year, like you weren't in a room with less than 10 Carls. It was just a ton of Dungeon Crawler Carl. And there were like people just wearing DCC shirts.
Yeah.
So you could be like walking down the street and just yell out, "Mongo is appalled," and a bunch of people would cheer.
Speaking of walking down the street, the monks, while we were working the line, oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
They were vibing.
Yeah.
They were vibing, but my eardrums.
Yeah.
So
let's talk about some memorable moments.
Cat got overstimulated and sat down and did not participate in the photo shoot.
So whatever the threshold for a number of people that overstimulates Cat, that's what the DCC photo shoot was. Yeah.
But did see Matt and me? Yeah, Matt's daughter was there with. I think he said she was there with her boyfriend. Yeah. So, eardrums are. Hey, okay. So Brian, I kind of need my eardrums. So when I play back audio for when I record a book, I kind of need those, and I kind of need them to talk to guests when I do a show. I mean, so they might be overrated, but they are necessary.
Kel, so you were at the photo shoot too. Anything memorable that came from that? Put it in the chat.
They couldn't get a picture of all of us.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. I will say, Matt, what's incredible, and we're not going to talk about Dungeon Crawler Carl this whole podcast, but it was it was incredible because you could tell he was tired. Like, he would be coming back from the late night signing and just be exhausted and still stop at the West and say hi to people. Super gracious, big fan.
I actually got one-on-one time with Matt, which is surprising. And also got picked on quite a bit during a panel. Oh my God.
Yeah, you want to relive that moment a little bit, Richey?
All right, so I'll talk about this panel because I got pictures to show.
I will say that was a moment where I was overstimulated and I was just like, nope, I'm just going to sit at the bar and let you guys all go off to the panel. So I didn't get to witness any of this.
So this panel, which I'm going to go ahead and show this really quickly, was fucking stacked. So starting from the corner with Matt Dinneman and his goofy ass grin. You have Jez Caggio. You have Brian J. Norton, Nathan Amy, Ryan Rimmel, Casey. I don't know.
I think it's Zell.
No, Casey Zell's further down. She's on the other side of Steve Rowland. And I can't remember her name. But she was the winner of this game that they were doing. But then you had KT Hanna. You had S.L. Rowland, Casey Zell, James Hunter, Melissa, Marisa, Rose, and Chatfield. Fucking Chatfield. Jesus Christ. So, as we were doing this game, one of the questions was, and this is the first time I got picked on, which, I should probably preface before the show started. R.E. Carr, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Skills. Yeah.
Thank you, Kelly. Before the panel started, because we all kind of walked in because we're like, hey, we are with the panelists. Was that shitty of us? Maybe, but we were the front two rows. So we were there. We were support. So, and they might have pulled Brian in last minute. I don't know. Him and I were the butt of everyone's joke, which
at this point, Brian can just like walk in and be like, I'm just a panelist here. And
I'm just a panelist. Mm-hmm. Nope. And right before the thing starts, Matt and Jez both hand me $40 and said, go get us a bottle of rum. So I had to run to the liquor store across the street, got a bottle of rum, and it was a gallon bottle of rum of Kraken 98 proof. Yeah, that was gone before the end of the panel.
Man, it was Kraken too.
Mm-hmm. They were
very piratey.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they were drunk. So one of the questions was, who is someone that like erotically inspires your writing? And Steve Rowland got that one. He goes, "Oh, my girlfriend's in the audience. Oh, stand up. Oh, yep, that's her." And the guy goes, "No, that's easy. Who's someone else in the audience?" He's scanning, makes eye contact with me. Richey Stevens, full name, not just Richey Stevens. So I had to
think
stand
full
up.
name is Richey Toes Stevens.
Richey, yeah, no, it's Richey the Toe Lover Stevens is the full name, and if you had the third or something, I don't give a shit. So that, and then of course I got picked on for like, hey, who's a foot model, like for OnlyFans and everything, and of course Geneva grabs the mic and goes, no, send him to Richey Stevens. Tells the entire ballroom to send him to me. I was the final boss in a story made up by the Feral Squad, where I was the final boss of an orgy dungeon. Cool, I'll take it. I'm a lover. And of course, there were toes involved in that too.
I think Geneva's is we don't kink shame in Lit RPG. We Richey shame.
And she dropped the in Lit RPG. We don't kink shame. We Richey shame.
Yeah.
So and they were like, "All right, who's Richey?" And I was like, "That's me." All right, yep, that's me. So yeah, that was fun. And then of course they made a story for Breast Academy, which is just a porn version of Brian's book. Love it.
So just to be clear, this particular panel was Lit RPG After Dark.
This was the Apocalypse After Dark Lit RPG panel, and it was fantastic.
That's why there was an orgy dungeon. This is not a typical topic.
No, this was the 18 plus like After Dark. They were checking IDs at the door and everything.
Yeah. I got a sober confession out of Richey that you don't even like feet.
Oh yeah, and Hunter Mythos and Joe had to have a dance off for one of the objectives. So
who won that?
Hunter did.
I believe it.
Because Hunter took his shirt off and threw it to Rose.
Okay.
And he was shirtless for the rest of the panel.
That's fair. Yeah.
So it was fantastic because the name that he gave himself, the chocolate fountain, was sitting right in front of me.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's fair. Good. Good to make sure that he clearly labeled himself that.
He did, because James Hunter was giving a story about like he had to like sell something, and it was like kind of like an ad, and he was talking about going to the Golden Corral, and it was I need James on the on this for that one, because good God, it was fantastic.
Yeah, so if you don't know what Hunter Mythos looks like, Google him. He's like
I didn't get a picture with him.
Yeah, you didn't get a picture? I
did not. No.
Yeah. He's very stacked, rather large.
Oh, Kat has a picture. Kat, send me the picture of you guys on Discord, please. I can show it off.
Yeah.
Because I know Kat's got one.
Yeah. It was Hunter's first Dragon. We had a few people. It was like Dasha's first Dragon Con, Hunter's first Dragon Con.
Yep.
And I think Raven's Dagger. Certainly Raven's Dagger's mom's first Dungeon Con, Dragon Con. Yeah. So
it was a very, very, very good time.
Yeah.
So like we all had an absolute blast, and like with me only being there for 2 days, like I hit the ground running, got off the plane, went and got my badge, and it was nonstop from there.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I came in Wednesday, and it was, there wasn't a day I went to bed before 3 a.m., and there was a couple nights that were notably like 4 or 5 a.m. So, it doesn't seem to matter how long you're at Dragon Con. It is nonstop the entire time.
It's loading.
Okay.
Kat sent me the picture. So yeah, I'm
Hunter. Now, we had a whole conversation with Hunter about, his After Dark writing and some potential pen names for him. Maybe Hunted. Prey.
No, that's me. I'm Prey.
Mm-hmm. Jen is noting that this is why they do not go to Dragon Con, is because they need sleep. And I would agree. If you need sleep.
Yeah, if you need sleep, don't. I mean, I was up for the. I think I was up for like 26 hours before I finally crashed.
Yeah. That's right, Cat. Owl Prowler was going to be his. So if there's a harem lit.
There's Hunter.
There we go. There's Hunter.
That handsome boy.
Mhm.
He's so fucking handsome. I love Hunter.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk about the Lit RPG raid party. So the last couple years at DragonCon, Sound Booth and
So Soundbooth Legion
Legion.
have been doing like different stuff. So 2 years ago we did the Lit RPG Under the Sea party over at the aquarium.
Mm-hmm.
And then last year was the first raid party.
Yeah.
So
last year was bingo. It's actually a smart way. They have this you get like a bingo card when you walk in the door, and on the card has different activities, like
yeah,
go up to a narrator and have them insult you in character, or
that was one that people were coming up to me and I was like, guys, I can't. I'm too nice. I can't.
We got to make you meaner, Richey.
I know, like I like one person came up to me and they're like, all right, this is the only one I got. And I was like, fuck. I'm just
I think
nice.
we need to have an event where you have to, in Richard's voice, just say whatever insult people put in the chat. I think this is going to be live. Fun. Yeah, I think this is going to be.
If my voice wasn't recovering still, I would do that right now.
Yeah, not right now, but we'll. This is going to happen. But so there's different things on this bingo card. It might be like have a Lit RPG author sign your arm, or get one of them notably was have Jessica 3 tell Jessica 3 your mood and she'll sing you a song.
Yeah.
About your mood.
Yeah. You had to get a picture with Annie Ellicott and her familiar, which I do have one to show off for that one.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good one. Where is it?
So a lot of them were like not specific to a person, and then some of them were specific to a person. And so you are trying to fill out this bingo card. And last year, I don't know what you got, like a prize bag if you got a bingo or you got your whole card filled out. And this year there was like a prize, like an arcade prize table that you could take your bingo card to, and you get to pick from prizes. Yeah.
Which Annie. She's wearing Matt Denneman on her.
So is Matt her familiar? Is that the
You know what? Actually, hey, this is a good strategy right here. I will do that.
Yeah. I think this is $25. That's a game changer.
I got bills to pay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
And if hey, for $75, it'll be a video of me doing it and I'll be rubbing my feet while I do it. So
yeah. Proving all the allegations true.
Hey, it's a brand that Matt Denneman's built. So
yeah.
Oh, there is a picture I do want to show because this one's it's too good. It is too good. This is an actual piece of art right here.
Yeah. Jez bought like 6 lightsabers for him and his kids.
Yeah, and now they're MIA.
Yeah. Really? They're gone?
Yeah, someone took them off the plane. He is livid.
I believe it.
So
yeah. So people are doing their bingo cards. The thing about the raid party is it started at like 7, and
it was 7 to 11.
There's like a line a block or two long to get in, and so I had this brilliant idea. I had a bunch of loot still at that point in the con. Richey and I worked the line like it was Black Friday. Just talked to people while they're waiting about stumbling up, and so we got a lot of new.
Have you heard of our Lord and Savior, the Slug Man?
Yeah, it was more like, do you like? We're a couple losers. We're teaming together on this book called Stumbling Up. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. But inside is madhouse because it's loud. People
it's packed.
What was kind of hard for Richey and I is because we met so many people. I mean, we probably gave out like 200-300 ribbons in line, but because we met so many people in line, once they got inside and they're like, who's Jez or who's Jessica or who's Annie, like we were the people they recognized, so they'd like come up to us and be like, hey, can you point out like
and
Jez.
At first I was like, oh, I'm not allowed to sign because Geneva told me, she's like, hey, you're not published yet.
You don't have to listen to Geneva, you know that, right?
When it's her event, you do. So I was like, okay, I can't sign. And people were like, hey, you're a narrator, can you do this one? I was like, guys, I can't. And I told Geneva, I was like, I've had about 20 people come up to me because we met them in line. She goes, Richey, you can sign. I was like, you fucking told me I didn't. I never said that. Oh, I'm a smacker. I was ready to throw hands with Geneva, but I know she'll whoop my ass, so I didn't. Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She's all about equality, and
Yeah.
I will equally catch those hands.
Mm-hmm. All right, so scan in through the chat. Keep questions coming. I was asking writing competitions for beginners. So
Yeah, I saw
Dragon
that.
Con, I don't know if Dragon Con has any. There's writing. There's like a book award that Dragon Con offers in different categories, but I'm
The
not sure
Dragon
there's
Awards.
any actual competitions. Now Jordan Con has an anthology that you can submit for, and and that's good. But I would just say for beginner writers writing anything that will motivate you to write is good. So if that's what it takes to get you to write, but like overall the feedback and whether you win or not, I mean maybe it's motivating if you win, but a lot of writing competitions have so many entrants that it's like winning the lotto, right? So don't enter, expect to win, and then not winning make you lose faith in yourself as a writer. So okay. Yeah, so I want to give credit. So we brought the slug loot. We had the little 3D printed slugs, and Kel's crocheted some little slugs that we were wearing around. I've got some.
I think mine's in my Aethon bag.
Yeah, I might have to get it off my badge. But we had the slug. We brought the slug loot, and everybody thought we were sluggalos from TCC. So we had to educate everybody about Richard, which
No. Oh, I
was
put it
fun.
on top of my bookshelf so the cats wouldn't fuck with it because they thought it was a toy.
Yeah. All right. So
Well-
no, you have not missed the cornucopia greeting. We have a new greeting. So it's the tentacles. You just wave the tentacles at people. This is the new greeting. But if you want to establish dominance, you do the greeting a little bit lower on your body. Yeah. So whenever we get to the con, we'll just that's how you know it's a Stumbling Up fan.
When people were asking, they're like, so like they were wanting to know some more about it, and I was like, hey, well, obviously my voice impression is just John Mulaney, and I was like, if you ever wanted to know what John Mulaney as a slug would be like, well, this is the book. This is the book. So, oh, he went. They went to get their badge. Is this the ribbon haul? All right, we got the ribbon haul.
Well, I was gonna show the Kel's corrected me. It's not crocheted, it's knitted. Or yeah, knitted. Here is wow, that is really bright in my little. Let me make it brighter. Shoot. Okay, buttons. So here's our little knitted Richard. It's adorable.
I had him right here on my shoulder. He was
me too.
with me the entire time.
Mm-hmm. Jesus. Let me turn the sun on in front of my camera. It's getting night here, so it's either I turn on the light or.
That's why I like my LED strips that I have going around the top of our room. So
yeah. So speaking of tattoos, we didn't get real tattoos, but at one point, Jessica's multi-talented. That girl can sing, she can do vocal stuff, she can act, she can dance, and she's an artist. So she gave everybody little art tattoos one night, and she did Richard, which I think this is pretty good for being drunk at like midnight at the bar. So
was that Threet that did that?
Yeah, Threet did that. Yeah, she gave like Brian a octopus, and I think Nikolai got a dragonfly. I mean, she was just like going to town. We tried to have her give Geneva a sexy potato tattoo, and that's where it went off the rails. She did not do sexy potato very well. Yeah, there's the three of us.
Hello.
Yeah. That dress is apparently Ursula inspired, and I told somebody like,
well, she's Vanessa. She's the human form.
Yeah, I told somebody to go look for like Snow White, and man, I was made fun of. Like, yeah, I don't know, but yeah, so it was a lot of fun. There may be a giant Richard behind me. Woo, that way over here. My 3D printer ran out of yellow filament, so we Finished him off with white. This is Richard in his old age, with white antennas. But yeah, we did a lot of hiding. It was crazy because we would take like 10 little mini Richards and like hide them in the plants or whatever.
And then people would just come over and pick them off right as soon as we put them on.
Within like 20 minutes, right? I mean, it was crazy.
It was a good time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had a lot of fun. Did not come home with a huge haul this time.
Yeah.
It was not. I literally only took my bag and that's it. I was like, if it's not fitting in, I'm not getting it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Athon guys were like, "Hey, we got a bag you can carry." I was like, "Son of a bitch!" All right, so I'll do my.
That's one reason why I didn't go back to the vendor hall, because I knew I would get more stuff, and it was just like
I wanted to go back and get Andrew Gilver's newest book, because like it's her Athon and I love Andrew. He's such a fucking delight.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I got 2 comic books. One is Post Malone's Big Rig. Apparently Post Malone has a comic book now. I was given this for free, so I'm not complaining.
why not, right?
And then The Dead Acre, which I have the first 2 books on physical, and this is by Rhett and Jamie from Athon. So it's their comic book version from graphic novel.
Nice. Real quick, we got a question. Who made the crochet slug? That was
Kelly,
and that's Kelly. So Kelly, you're gonna have to raise your hand. All right, keep going.
I got Jodan's debut novel, which I am very, very excited about.
Nice.
Wayspring Wanderer, the Desert Druid. I'm a druid guy, so this was a must for me. Michael Porter was there, and I follow him on TikTok, and he gave me a copy of his book. I've already started reading it, and it is quite good so far. The Basics of Fire Cultivation. And it's got a bunch of goodies inside, and I'm all for it. So I started that, and it's a good read so far. I'm really, really enjoying it. So shout out to him. I'm gonna save that one for last because that one's a very special one to me. I got the Dark Lord of Crafting,
too.
William Merle. And then this is one, it's not out yet. It was a Dragon Con exclusive, but Larry Correa's Academy of Outcasts. It's his book that he's doing with Athon, and I love Larry. Larry writes the Monster Hunter International series from Bane Publishers, and oh my god, I love that book so much. So I was like, yep, I need this. And Ellie went with me to the vendor hall, and the entire time I was like, I can't buy this stuff. I can't get this stuff. I can't get this stuff. And then I walked away with more stuff. So
yeah, I've got my stack of loot sitting next to me. A friend got me the shirt, which I think is maybe kind of appropriate.
Perfectly sane cat lady. Yeah. Oh, I got this hat. I got the Athon hat.
Yeah, the Athon hat's pretty sexy. Yeah. So I got Dark Lord of Crafting as well, man. And then I got Discount Dan because I haven't read it yet, but it's top of my list. I've got all 3 in the bog standard isekai. Marsh approved, right?
Yeah.
Also top of my list to read.
That's a good one. Very good one.
Yeah. I got Katie Cross's Flame series. I got all 3 of them. I saw her in a panel. She was really good and well-spoken, and thought, yeah. I think Kat got Nikolai's next. It's Crown. I've read, I think, the 7 of them. This is the 9th, so I need to catch up to get to this one.
Oh, that's a good series, too.
I got the rest of Sour Patch Heroes. I'm not the hero, mostly because I wanted to see Jen reading them.
That Tommy guy.
Yeah.
That Tommy.
Yeah. Yeah, so we actually had weight problems with our luggage and had to rejigger it in the middle of the airport. Shuffling shit around.
Yeah, they all went in my Athon bag, which, it's on the side. There you go. The best damn sci-fi, fantasy, and lit RPG. Which, I mean, with how many books they have quite a good. They have a good selection. There's a reason I'm wearing the hat tonight. So,
yeah. So you'll see Elsewhere is actually on the shelf behind. This is awkward. Behind me, it's right there. So I picked up Doug's book before con. I actually had that at Lit RPG Con, and I think I had him sign it. So
I still don't own a copy, and I am very sad.
yeah, boo! You need a copy. It's good.
I do need a copy.
Yeah. Yep. So I think I talked to Tommy, and he had went in with a couple other writers, and they had a joint booth, which from my I have no idea if he liked it or not. From my perspective of being a friend of Tommy's, it was like he had all these shifts at his booth that he would like run off because they were like handing off the booth, running the booth to each other, which made it a little hard to hang out with him for any length of time because he was running off and doing the booth thing off and on. But I think it sounded like they had some pretty good luck selling, which was good. I know Atheon sells a ton. Certainly the
Atheon had four tables this year.
They had this massive, I mean, it looked like a freaking billboard behind them of Atheon.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there like, how in the heck? I saw some picture on Facebook where it was like a frame that folds down, and then it literally is like a billboard, vinyl.
They had part of it at Lit RPG Con for their little tables. So
yeah. So okay. We got some questions.
We could do runs real quick.
Yeah, let's do runs. What was your favorite part of the con, Richie?
Seeing the people. Like that's always, I don't go to the con for like the panels and everything because like I love and support all of my authors. We'll do that through and through. But like a Matt Dinneman panel, I'm not going to go to because I don't want to take that spot away from someone who really wants to see him. If I want to see him, I just message him on Facebook. Matt, what's up?
Yeah.
And then I get a foot joke or something, or he's going to torture me in some way. So, I mean, I'll go to a panel, like obviously, because I want to show my support. Like I went to Tommy's panel, and that was a great time.
Yeah.
But like any panel that Matt was on, I was just like, I'm not even going to fight the line.
Yeah.
Except for, the After Dark one where we just kind of followed everyone in. So
you're like, not only am I going to take up a spot in this panel room, but I'm going to sit in the front row and get made fun of.
I was the second row, and I was the star of the show. So
that's right.
What was your favorite part?
That's a good question. I mean, the people, without a doubt, like hanging out with everybody is always, this is a blast. Definitely my favorite, but I don't want to give the same answer. So
I'll retract mine. Mine was the lightsaber fight we had at the Westin.
The lightsaber fight was awesome. Yeah. I did not participate because, as a fencer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was fun to watch. I would say, I did go to I do go to panels. It's interesting because the author track, there's like a lot of like the business of writing or how to prevent burnout or how to track your, there's like just a lot of really good like, and you think that if you've been to a how to prevent burnout panel, you've been to all the how to prevent burnout panels, but every time you go, it's a different set of authors and they all have different like tips and tricks. And I think my favorite panel, there was one with like Jim Butcher was one of the panelists. It was just like this, like that guy is badass. I got stuck. There's a big Dragon Con parade every year, and it was going on right before the panel. And so everybody going to the panel, even the panelists, got stuck on the wrong side of the hotel. So you just had to watch the parade. And at some point, it ends, we go rush into the panel room, and half the panelists are missing because they were in the parade. And so we're sitting there, and they just get started with the 3 panelists they've got. And about 15 minutes in, this guy in cosplay, I think he was like a Helldivers cosplay with a big like mask and a cape, like walks in, and you're like, where's this guy gonna even sit? He needs like 3 chairs to sit in, and he walks to the front of the room, and you're like, he's gonna sit in the front row. It's Jim Butcher. He like goes around the to behind the panelists and takes off his helmet. It was just the most epic like walk on moment of the whole.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
That's gonna be me one day. Is I'm just gonna walk in a slug outfit and then just take it off. What's up, guys?
That's right. Sexy slug outfit, Richie. You gotta
sexy
do it right.
Slug out. I will do. I don't want to say bondage or gimp suit slug outfit, but I'll think of some burlesque. Yeah. We'll do a burlesque slug outfit.
Oh God, I'm gonna have to prepare myself for this.
Lit RPG Con. Yeah.
I would say don't give people ideas, but they're already talking about it. So yeah.
Oh, I know. There's the pinup art and everything in the. No, I don't know. I'll think of something for Lit RPG Con because I do want to come in a cosplay this year. So I might. I didn't get to do the Leo one, even though I have the sweater. I do have the sweater. I just got to get built.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm ready to be out at the
Proper
con
version
though.
of Richard. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be wild.
So, I will actually be right back. I'm gonna excuse myself. I will be back in like 2-3 minutes.
Yeah, no problem. Get your ribbons so we can do ribbons.
I never put my ribbons on. They're just in a pile.
Yeah.
So because I had to get the 2-day badge. I know. I suck.
All right. Well, maybe we'll talk through my ribbons a little bit. But yeah, I would say other favorite moments. I don't know. I mean, getting to meet some of the authors that weren't at Lit RPG Con. Raven's Dagger was really cool. His mom was. We talk about who was one of the famous people that you met. His mom was pretty awesome. You know, we did karaoke for half the nights, and I did not sing karaoke, but I must say the top of the Lit RPG crowd. First of all, Katie Hanna's got a voice on her. One of her go-to karaoke songs is "Somewhere Over the Rainbow," and the place that we were at queued it up, and it ended up just being a jazz version, and she just went for it, and it was amazing. And then at another one of the nights, Jessica and Annie sang Defying Gravity, and Jessica hit every single note in Defying Gravity, including like the scream at the end of it, just like super on key. It was incredibly impressive and did not encourage me to grab a microphone at any point. So apparently at Lit RPG Con, we're going to have at least one night of karaoke. Would seem fair. So, yeah, I think Raven's Dagger's like, I think we convinced him to come to Lit RPG Con next year. So I can't speak for his mom, but yeah. And I told him by that time I will have read Stray Cat Strut. That's going to be one of my reads this year. It was so funny because people would come up to him and be like, "Oh, what have you written?" And then they'd like put it together and be like, "Oh, I've read Dead Tired." And Raven's Dagger would be like, "You have?" Apparently it's not his favorite book. He wrote it as more satire, and then it is one of his more popular books, which I get. If your like satire book becomes your most popular one, it's like I have to talk about it.
What did I come back to?
Raven's Dagger and Dead Tired is not his favorite book. Yeah.
Dead Tired is so good though. That's why it's one of my favorites.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah. Sorry, cold chill.
So you'll get a chance to meet him next year. He's a sweetie.
He's an absolute gem.
And I'm like Hunter. We hung out with Hunter quite a bit, and I somehow didn't meet him during Lit RPG Con. So
you didn't meet Hunter during Lit RPG Con?
No, I did not.
I could have sworn I introduced you to him.
Yeah, I don't know. I maybe. I mean, there was a lot of people, but it didn't click.
Yeah.
Not like him, stripping and dancing at karaoke clicks, I guess.
That's such a gem. I love that boy.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, what else? I made a short list of highlights here. Yeah. I think so. Jim Butcher's panel, and Doug, you were at that with me. There's this whole conversation around writing and how one of the biggest problems that authors have with burnout is that they maybe erase more than they write, right? Constantly. Like, has any of the writers in the crowd, if you've written a couple paragraphs and then you like read it and you're like, oh, this is trash, and you like erase it. And the analogy that Jim gave was that you finish writing a chapter and you look at it and it looks as about appealing as a newborn tapeworm. Now, every time I think about, oh, this chapter's trash, I'm going to think tapeworm. But sometimes it's just an emaciated albino snake, and it's actually not that bad. And I would agree. Every time I've walked away from a chapter that I thought was trash, or a paragraph or a sentence, and sit back down the next day, inevitably I'm like, okay, yeah, maybe it needs some editing, but it's not absolute trash. It's not worth erasing. So if you are a writer, stop erasing your stuff. Just file it and look at it in a week or a month. And that was a good lesson for me to take home. Yeah. How about you, Richie? Any takeaways? I know you said you don't go to panels, but any good advice or moments?
Don't send Matt Denneman any like feet related memes, because he will fire back, "Oh, I didn't know you did such and such." So that's my takeaway. No, my takeaway is cherish the moments you got with people, because the post-con depression, it hits hard.
Yeah.
And
That's why we're here.
Yeah.
That's why
I already miss everyone, and I just want to go back because I miss everyone so much already.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I don't have any
You're right,
takeaways.
piano. I have weird ways of remembering people. I don't have really great visual memory, so it's random bits and bobs that get filed. It's like a Chaos Goblins filing system of people. Yeah.
Is anyone else's battery just like slowly recharging? Because good God, mine is.
Yeah.
Past few nights, I've just kind of sat home and kind of gamed a little bit while continuing my Harry Potter binge of my reading.
You're not allowed to read Harry Potter.
I'm bad, I know. I didn't buy the books, if that makes it any better.
I mean, I'll take that. Yeah. So why don't you put in the chat, how are you dealing with post-con depression, whether Lit RPG or Dragon Con? What's your go-to?
What's something you'd like to see at Lit RPG Con next year?
That's a good question too. I hear you, Kyle. I also am coming down with something. Richie and I actually talked about doing this podcast tomorrow, and I'm like, I'm not sure I'm going to be.
I've been NyQuiling every night before bed, because I'm like, I'm getting ahead on this.
Yeah. Jen convinced me that I'm like yesterday. They were like, just take some allergy medicine. It's just allergies, and that worked for about a day.
Sorry, the cats are digging, and I was just like, what the hell?
Yeah. So I do agree. I think karaoke has got to be something that we do at Lit RPG Con, considering how much people like it.
Well, I'm sure there will be some form this year on one of the nights.
Yeah.
I totally don't have
like ball, maybe not ballroom. I don't know. But I don't know if we would need a ballroom of karaoke. It was not that good. There was a couple of people that could sing, and everybody else.
I mean, they had it in a ballroom at Jordan Con, and it was packed.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
I don't know. We'll see, because Geneva and Emily watch this.
Yeah.
Or at least Emily does. I don't know about Geneva.
Yeah. So one of the post-con things that we don't talk about, I mean, it's not just like the depression and like the getting sick and the downside of it, but also I somehow fooled myself into thinking that I would write a little bit during Dragon Con, and I got zero words written, which means that week ate up a bunch of my backlog of stuff. So like I was scheduling posts today and panicking a little bit about how much my backlog evaporated for Royal Road and Patreon. So, yeah, I don't know.
I was going to try to record some during Dragon Con, and then I remembered I don't have my setup, so I can't do that. I don't have a booth there, so can't really record.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm right there with you. Couldn't get any work done.
Yeah. But what that means is, as long as I'm not too sick, you probably will find me late night on my Discord. So when I do a lot of like my panic writing between like 9 and 2 after Jen goes to sleep. So if you ever see my Discord live, that's just me hanging out doing sprints. So you're always welcome to hop on.
This one right here, because she conned me into hanging out one night.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I was hanging out with her Joel until like 1 a.m. And then as soon as
Yeah.
I left, you had joined to talk about map stuff.
Yeah, piano's definitely one of my go-to hang out and chat folks. So
I miss the con already. And it's not really the con I miss, I guess. I miss the people.
yeah,
I miss seeing my friends.
I think there is, Kyle, I agree with you that we shouldn't necessarily worry about running. Unfortunately, it's a business, and you kind of got to like you miss a drop date for a chapter, and people
Throw a
hold
fit.
you to it, right? But I will say that going to cons, despite the depression, I do come home motivated. You talk to authors that are doing it and being successful, or that they got their book out, or their Jay's, million words this last year, and it's like, damn, I could do it. Like, let's go. And then you get COVID and you're out for a week. But yeah, yeah.
I got the Hermes, so I'm just chilling now.
Mm-hmm. Doug, I don't know how you were not up till 3 a.m. every night, so maybe that's how you got 2 chapters done, but kudos to you, man. I did not. I didn't even crack my laptop. Yeah. Black Friday slugging. Yeah, so when I was young in my 20s, I worked at Best Buy in Seattle. And I worked a Black Friday. And for those of you unfamiliar with Black Friday at Best Buy, I mean, the line to
They
get into Best
suck.
Buy. Yeah, it is so
Used to.
freaking long. Yeah, long. And, it's November and it's cold. And they decided that it was my job to hawk credit cards to the Black Friday line all night. So I
Oh
did
shit,
that.
TJ's in the chat. What up, TJ Lombardi?
Yeah. I did that and maybe got like 2 or 3 people signed up for credit cards, or they just pretended to sign up for credit cards so they could go inside.
They're like, why is this
Yeah.
person talking to me?
But that's essentially what Richie and I did. It was a lot more pleasant. The weather was a lot nicer. But that's essentially what Richie and I did to the line into the raid party, because it was a couple blocks long.
All the mini
And we
slugs were gone. All the
Yeah.
stickers were gone. And I think we had just a handful of ribbons left. And I'm
Yeah,
talking.
and we were just
a
handing them out.
few.
We're like, you go up to people, you're like, hey, you want some free loot? And they, of course, are like, sure. And then you give them your sales pitch about it. And also explaining to them what Royal Road is.
We were just, like what Jehovah Witnesses, the Mormon missionaries.
Yeah.
But for
Stumbling up. Yeah. It was the evangelical Richard pushers, or I don't know. There's a lot of ways you could say this.
We were showing them the cult of Richard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Which it was interesting because again, I always believe that, if you just talk to other authors, you just talk to other narrators, you're missing kind of the point. You need to talk to the people that are reading this stuff. And it was fascinating. I would say maybe 50% of the line were DCC only folks. They didn't even really know what Lit RPG was yet. So we've had to do a lot of education on the genre. Yeah.
We do the educate, and that is for sure.
Mm-hmm. But yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. My battery is just kind of drained.
No, I mean it's fair. It's fair.
You have to really put yourself out there when you're at Dragon Con. That is 100% for sure, because good God.
Yeah. So we got a nice question here out of Kyle. What do you think Lit RPG Con needs that Dragon Con has? And I want to flip that too. What does Lit RPG Con have that Dragon Con doesn't? So one, I would say that Doug's right, a better vendor hall. I mean, Dragon Con's vendor hall is like 300 times bigger. Yeah. I mean, it's huge. But not a ton of books, though. I mean, it's just more stuff. There's only like 4 or 5 book vendors, which I thought Dragon Con. I mean, we had more book vendors at Lit RPG Con.
But also, this was the first like Lit RPG Con. I think we're gonna have more space next year.
Yeah. Karaoke, certainly Lit RPG Con apparently needs karaoke because we've got a lot of karaoke fans.
I think it needs to be longer.
Mm-hmm.
I think we just need a week of Lit RPG.
At least, yeah, maybe 4 solid days instead of like 3. I think one of the things that Lit RPG, I will stand by this, and I'm going to encourage it as much as I can before Lit RPG Con. Is we need more cosplay at Lit RPG Con, and I think, you know, unfortunately with Lit RPG at Dragon Con, a lot of it was focused on Dungeon Crawler Carl, but I want cosplay for all of the books, not just.
I want to see some Richters. I want to see some Scions. I want to see
Yes.
some Cals. You know.
Yep.
Some Quantum Hugheses, some Randy Lionhearts for my Tokens and Towers fans out there, because you live by the book, you die by the book.
I went Gertrude wielding Daniel, and Numb Tongue with his electric guitar, and
yeah,
you know, like I want somebody to dress up as that damn blue dog that I have, you know.
Fucking Crocky.
Yeah.
He's a mimic.
Yeah, so I definitely more cosplay, even bad cosplay. I don't care. I just want people to like show their fandom. And it, as much as I love Dungeon Crawler Carl, let's branch out and not just be, you know.
I mean, it is bringing a good like name to the genre, which love it. No shame. Like I will give credit where credit is due, except to Matt Dinneman, because fuck him. I'm kidding, Matt. I love you.
Yeah. I would agree, BJ. Some hangout areas would be nice, more than just the lobby, because the lobby gets loud. The West End got really loud as well. I mean, there was a couple times where you just you wanted to have a conversation with somebody, you just like walk outside to have that conversation.
I know at the con we were kind of hanging out upstairs towards the end of it too, like outside where the vendor hall was, because obviously the vendor hall gets locked up at night. But we were kind of hanging up there, and that was kind of nice. But yeah, with it being the first con, it was just it's growing. Mm-hmm. We just need a little bit more time with it.
Yeah. Yep. I will say that like what Lit RPG doesn't need is as many people as Dragon Con. Like it was so many people, and even like one host hotel, the elevators. I mean, like you have to wait forever to get up in an elevator, and then forever to get down in an elevator. I ended up staying at the Omni, which is about a 10-minute walk, which was great because it was a little bit quieter. But I'll tell you what, that 10-minute walk at like 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m. after a very long day, you know, wasn't great. I think more seating, like more spaces where people are just chit-chatting, but are also like able to sit would be nice. Both cons need that a little bit more. Yeah, I agree, Stacy, that the area outside the vendor hall was pretty underutilized.
Yeah,
RPG Con. Yeah.
I need to.
So TJ, I want to do that what like SNL did, where you have to like read your 1-star review to the audience. I totally want like a 1-star review. You know, make fun of it or whatever. I think we need like therapists on hand.
Have celebrities read mean tweets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the mean tweet reading. Mm-hmm.
A cage match? Fuck. We don't need a cage match. Everyone would just want to fight me. Further. No.
So oddly, there was a fire at Dragon Con too. I think it was the Hilton.
There was two.
I didn't get the details because it wasn't my hotel.
But... Oh, did you see a vendor was asked to leave because the vendor hall because they were selling art that they said was by them, but it was actually AI art.
Yeah, yep. I did see some Facebook post about that.
That is insane.
Yeah, so so we need like a therapy, like a massage chair, and like, you know, like a de-stressor area for for folks.
Our boy Gary's here.
Bring on the sword duels. I will take on whoever. Absolutely.
Let's have a LARPing competition. Joel's been training every weekend, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Lit RPG, and this could be just I wasn't in that space in Dragon Con, but one of the things that Lit RPG did right was the gaming area and pairing up people with authors and having more, personalized conversations and stuff. That I didn't really see at Dragon Con at all, and that was amazing.
I think we need to have a tattoo artist at Lit RPG Con. That's what
Yeah,
we need.
and that massage therapy,
Yeah.
tattoo therapy. Yeah. Hey, Gary.
Gary, our shawarma buddy. How are you, sir?
Mhm.
That was
Yeah.
a good meal. That was a good meal.
It was kind of surprising where you walk a few blocks away from the hotels and there's restaurants that were not completely packed that you could get some decent food at.
And I wasn't getting harassed by other, I guess, organizations. I don't know.
Yeah.
I had some organizations get like really pissed off that I didn't stop and talk to them. I was like, guys, I'm on a mission. I'm sorry.
Yeah. The I think merch for next year we're definitely gonna have to have, or loot. We're definitely gonna have some temporary slug tattoos. This is gonna be a thing.
I think we just need. I think the Stumbling Up crew just needs to get a slug tattoo.
Yeah, no, that's in the works. We just want some different art options, so we'll.
I kind of like the Richard over the tentacles one.
The Richard over the tentacles.
The chapter heading art that you showed.
Oh yeah, the one he's flying. Well, we still have to get the teeth in and get it colored.
Yeah.
But yeah. At some point, I'm gonna post all of the Richard art I've got and have you guys vote on which ones we should get colored and turn into stickers. And
TJ, what are you? Oh, did I? I don't know what. Did I say?
Is this for the AI art, TJ? Brian, that sounds like an experience. He says you should post this up. I want to have my neck massage, talk about my failed relationships, and get a banana slug inked on my ass. Yeah.
Oh, who got mad that it was one of the organizations that was out there, because I know, like, so when we were at Lit RPG Con, there, like, if you walked down the street like you were going to go to like the food strip and everything, there were the people there that were there to protect the rain or the national parks. They were getting pissed that we wouldn't stop and talk to them. And a couple of the organizations, I think one of them was Planned Parenthood, and I was like, guys, I've donated to Planned Parenthood multiple times.
Yeah. The Planned Parenthood people were spicy, which I've also am a fan of the organization, and they're like, "Oh, you're a white guy."
They're like, "You're a straight white guy," and I was like,
right. Yeah. Now, meanwhile, ACLU.
Don't tell my parents that.
Yeah, I told like, ACLU clipboard guys came out. I'm like, I'm already a member, and they gave me a hug. So, I mean,
one asked if you were friendly.
Yeah, like. That's when you pass as a cis guy a little too hard. Yeah. So
they didn't get as angry with me. I was just like, hey guys, I'm sorry, I'm on a mission. Like I gotta get going, but I will come back. I never came back.
Yeah.
I felt bad.
So there was it was a football weekend in Georgia too. So at my hotel, I would get in the elevator in the morning and it would be me and my like slug regalia, and then there'd be this like Southern belle with a big floppy hat all dolled up and her husband in a polo, and I'd just be like, oh yeah, it looks like we're going to different events.
And you were using your privilege at the Weston bar. Couldn't get your Diet Coke.
And so these folks, I just end up talking to them like, oh, I'm an author, and they're like, oh, what do you write? And then I'm sitting there like, I am not going to explain to you my slug comedy. I'm just not going to do it. No.
I write words that's going to piss my narrator off. That's what I write.
Yeah. It was great interacting with Jessica a little bit more too, because it is this thing. Piano and I talk about it where I'm like writing and I'm like, what can I make? What can I make Richey say? And now knowing Jessica a little bit better, I'm definitely gonna have these moments of like, what can I make Jessica say? So no, not just gonna pick on you.
I will say I'm happy that like Chat and Stats is getting a little bit of some representation out there, in some of the books. Like, I don't know, like we're the headmasters of this place called Status Academy, I guess. It's in a Golem Master book. I mean, it's narrated by Daniel Wisniewski and Jessica Threet, written by TJ Lombardi, who is totally in this chat right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then I show up in Quest Academy with a stupid name, according to Brian. Fuck you. And then now we get a Chat and Stats little Easter egg joke and stumbling up.
Yes.
So,
yeah. There's a lot. I mean, we're gonna have to do some like awards for who finds all the Easter eggs, because I put quite a few in Stumbling Up.
there's some good ones. There's ones I'm like, as I'm like prepping everything, I'm just like, is that? No.
Yeah. So far, Pop's in the lead. I think he's found two of them.
Do I count like on this competition?
Sure.
We'll say we'll say no. Like that's I get the insider information. It's an advantage.
TJ wants to know if the slug talks, Richey.
Yeah, the slug talks.
I agree.
Or you want to hear his voice? Is that TJ? If you just want to hear his voice, just call me. Call me, Dad. I'll talk to you.
For $25, he will leave you a voicemail.
No, for TJ, I'll do it for free.
Yeah.
TJ,
but yeah, I never. This is something I didn't expect as an author doing, because I haven't worked with a narrator before. But messing with your narrator is definitely a motivator.
Love it. Love that I'm the first.
Yep.
Ooh.
Did you say we're both in your first book, Kyle? We're gonna have to read that.
I'm sold.
Yeah.
Oh, the 3 a.m. voice messages. Oh no.
Yeah.
I'll just call and tell you that I love you, and you're just a delightful little loser, aren't you?
All right. Well, we have hit the hour, which I know is sad, but the con crud is getting to me. I think we've got a couple more ideas here, Richey. The Insult Live podcast, where people just give you insults to say in Richard's voice.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
I will do it.
Yeah.
And you know what? Well, for that $25, like we'll just treat it like the cameo. It's a slug meo. Yep. That's what we'll do.
Yep.
And it'll be just me like insulting whoever you want.
Yeah.
I'll leave a voice message. You want me to cuss out your boss? I'll do it. I'll do it in the Richard voice.
And maybe
now what I won't
sexy
do,
Richard costume.
I'll sit there, rub my feet, just get them up there. I'll get the foot cam out.
We're gonna have to talk to Meth about, because she was the one with the beauty products and stuff, like the soap and stuff.
Yeah.
We need like a Richard like slime lotion.
Well, no, that was BJ. BJ had the.
Was it
the
BJ?
Yeah, it was BJ.
Okay, BJ. We need some Richard, some yellow lotion, some sort of slime lotion for next year's con.
I'll do it. Leave a slug trail all over the con.
That's right.
We'll see where does the slug trail go. Oh no.
Dun dun dun.
Slug
Meo.
Slug Meo. I'm telling you, it's worth it.
Yeah.
So Reck.
Mm-hmm.
What's from what you picked up, what's at the top of your list to read?
So it's definitely between Discount Dan and the Bog Standard Isekai. It's gonna be one of those two, maybe
Bog
both at the same time.
Is really good.
Yeah,
it's really good, but also is.
I started Aether's Blessing.
Oh yes, Daniel Shinhofen.
Yeah, so I started that on the plane. So I gotta finish that.
I got my lane.
Yeah, they were all over the place because of the Kickstarter. So
Kickstarter is fucking. Oh my god!
Somebody was carrying around that book, and it's legit.
I think it was Jen, and it's the proof. And I got to hold it at Lit RPG Con, so I got to see it before the reveal because I have that insider feel.
Yeah.
And for Jay Taylor and Jen Bean, who are probably not watching this, but just for them, someone could clip this and send it to them. Feet, I love them. I'm doubling down. I love feet. Am I sledding myself out for books? Absolutely, but this is worth it because of the book that I'll be receiving. So, feet.
There you go. All right. So we'll let you go. Have a good night. Love you
Yeah.
all. Don't let the
I didn't
post-con
get to say what
depression
book
get
I
you.
was gonna do.
Sorry, stole your thunder. You have to do something else. This is peak millennial. You've got your own.
No, I didn't get. I asked you what book you were gonna read, and I didn't get to.
Oh,
What
okay.
I
What's
wanted
your
to.
book? Sorry. What's your book? Sorry, missed that.
Oh, yeah, I got nothing. No, it's gonna be Academy of Outcasts or Wayspring Wanderer after I finish the basics of fire cultivation, because I had already started that one, so it doesn't count as a post-con read because I started reading it at the con.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, but also Stumbling Up. I plan on
yeah. No, the final
that
proof's coming over to you here soon.
I can't wait.
Yeah, we're gonna be in full production on the audio here. The ending is written. I just have a couple filler chapters.
Oh, I can't wait. I haven't even finished the book because I don't have the full book yet, guys. So I can't even share my full thoughts on it yet. Shocking, I know.
Yeah. Thanks for that, Gary. You get that locked in.
Oh, one of my favorite moments I have to talk about is hearing Rose Reynolds say "girl dick" so many times on one panel. I don't know why.
The one panel you went to.
The one panel I went to, I heard "girl dick" probably 5 or 6 times, and every time, like, just a big ass grin on her face, and I'm just like, I love Rose so much.
Yeah, she's
a gem.
Yeah,
but
BJ, I got you. We're gonna talk. We're gonna have a whole line of Richard Slime.
We got to work on the phrasing for that one. I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Got it.
I don't like that. It registered. No. I'm going to say no. Because it's going to go Richard Slime to Richard Feet, and no.
So I guess there are limits, Richie. Got it.
There are limits, yeah. Blair, are there limits? No? Okay, you don't give a shit. All right, well, she doesn't care.
This is going to be amazing.
I'm back to regretting my life choices.
You keep hanging around us all, so you have a reason.
Yeah, I hang around everyone because, oh, hi, Blair. Because I love all of you sometime.
I love how I'm wearing the cat lady shirt, and you've had...
I have 4 cats in the room with... Actually, I have 3 of the cats. Nope, only 3.
Frame.
The 4th one is downstairs.
My cats are still pouting, I think. So
I have Blair. Hermes is on the bed behind me. And then, like, if I turn... Nope, he's nuzzling. And then Solar's in a box over there, so...
All right, let's get out of here. Let everybody get to their night. Thanks everybody for joining. My next guest is going to be Pop, and I'm setting the date tomorrow, so we'll advertise that out.
Banned.
Well, he's not here tonight. I'm assuming you banned him.
So, and there goes the fighting.
Yeah.
And then I will have a schedule posted very soon. One confirmed date I can say is in October. We're having Hunter Mythos on to discuss new book and also the audio for Path of the Berserker, because I can't wait for that book.
Yeah.
But yeah, so y'all have an amazing night. Reck, thanks for wanting to do this, because this was a fun time. This was just a fun little stream that we got to do, and it makes me happy because I missed the con.
Yeah.
So everyone have an amazing night. Thank you all for tuning in.
Yeah, thanks.